3 days before Easter, a basket appeared on my porch. I live alone. I ordered nothing. Sound, faint rustling, soft creaking of wicker. No chocolate. No candy. Just an eye. Milky white, veined, and alive, staring straight up at me. Beat of silence. Heartbeat sound rising. I thought I came to this cabin to escape, from people, from the past, from what I lost. But something else found me. Low ambient hum. Faint whispering builds in the background. Eggs started showing up. Painted, pastel, cold, tucked in my boots, on my mirror. Each one felt heavier. More deliberate, quick flashes of grotesque imagery, shadowy woods, a cracked egg, long pale fingers. And then I found it. A drawing. Crayon lines of a tall figure with rabbit ears, standing in jagged trees. Beneath it, in a child's scrawl, the Easter man sees. Whisper, distorted found. You. Now, it's spring again. And I still find the eggs. Final chilling line, whispered almost lovingly, some gifts, you don't return. They come back anyway. The Easter basket arrived this morning, though I live alone and had ordered nothing. Inside, nestled in the brightly colored plastic grass, wasn't chocolate, but a single, unusually large, milky white object that resembled an eye. It wasn't glass. It felt oddly real under my fingertip, cool, pliable, with faint red lines beneath its surface that seemed to shift. Startled, I shut the lid and backed away. My hands trembled as I pushed the basket aside, knocking over some unopened mail. I had come to this quiet cabin, left to me by a distant relative, to find peace, to distance myself from the noise of the world and everything that happened before. But this strange delivery shattered the stillness I had tried so hard to preserve. Easter Sunday was still 3 days away, which made the timing feel intentional. I had come here on the advice of my doctor, to reset, to clear my mind after everything, but I couldn't shake the feeling that this cabin, these woods, and now this bizarre delivery, were part of something I didn't understand. Maybe it was a prank? A local joke I wasn't privy to? But who even knew I was here? I hadn't spoken to anyone but the cashier in town. And that object? It didn't look like something you'd find in a store. All day, the basket sat on the kitchen counter, untouched but heavy with presents. I kept myself busy cleaning, sorting old boxes left by my great-aunt Elspeth, trying not to glance in its direction. The cabin creaked with age, and outside, the wind through the trees whispered like distant voices. That evening, I heard a gentle noise on the porch. A soft, rhythmic tapping. I crept to the door, peered through the peephole, nothing. But when I looked down, I saw it, a single, pastel-pink Easter egg sitting by the threshold. Just sitting there. It didn't feel like a coincidence. Sleep was no comfort that night. I dreamt of swirling colors and silence that pressed down on me like weight. And the eye, that pale, pulsing thing, floated just beyond reach, always watching. The next morning, another egg. Then another. One was in my shoe, one somehow balanced on the bathroom mirror's ledge, all smooth, strange, and oddly cold to the touch. I gathered them and sealed them in a bucket, unsure what else to do. The isolation I had once sought now felt like a cage. I checked locks, closed curtains, jumped at the smallest sound. I kept trying to rationalize it, stress, imagination, leftover fear from the life I'd left behind. In the attic, while searching for answers, I found something that made my stomach sink, a child's drawing. A tall, rabbit-like figure with 2 long ears and blank eyes, standing beside a crying child. Trees surrounded them, sharp and looming. Below, scrawled in crayon, the Easter man sees. That night, I heard faint scratching in the walls. Then, low, unintelligible whispers. They felt less like words and more like a presence brushing against the edge of my thoughts. By Saturday, the air in the cabin was charged, tense. I boarded up a small window and moved through the house with a growing sense of urgency. It felt as if something was drawing closer, not in steps or sound, but in atmosphere. In another attic box, I found my great-aunt's old journal. The early entries were normal: weather, recipes, garden notes. But then, as springtime entries returned year after year, the tone shifted. She described gifts left outside, unsettling colors, and dreams filled with whispering and shadows just beyond sight. "It comes with the season," she wrote. "Not a celebration, but a calling." On Saturday night, I heard a soft sound again, something being gently set down. I followed the noise, cautiously stepping into the living room. There, in the moonlight, sat a massive Easter egg. Unlike the others, this one shimmered faintly, its pastel shell seeming to breathe in the light. As I watched, a crack formed. Then another. Something within shifted. I froze. Not out of fear, exactly, but awe, or anticipation, maybe both. Whatever was inside wasn't rushing to emerge. It waited. And then it stopped. The cracking ceased. The room went still. I waited for hours. Nothing more happened. The egg just sat there. In the days since, I've left the cabin. They found me on the roadside, unsure how I got there. I've told no one the full truth. The strange eggs. The whispers. The figure in the drawing. No one would believe it, and maybe I don't even believe it anymore. Now, I live quietly. My new home is dull by design: plain walls, simple clothes, no color. Still, the past finds me. Once in a while I'll see an egg, in a coat pocket, behind a flower pot, waiting. I get rid of them quickly. But they return. Spring has come again. Stores are filled with pastel decorations, cheerful ads, and smiling bunnies. But I walk by quickly. I don't make eye contact with reflections. I don't trust silence anymore. Because sometimes, just as I'm falling asleep, I hear a whisper. Gentle. Patient. Found you.